Hi, in this video we will see how to customize Visual Studio Code and install extensions like CMake and VIM. So let's get started. So here you see this is my Visual Studio Code and I have customized it. I like the sidebars at the right, and I have also made shortcuts for it to hide and show, and you can also see the extensions I have installed. So I have many extensions. Let's see how it looks out of the box. So out of the box it looks something like this. So here by default you will have it all the sidebars on the left side and not on the right side, and there will be a mini map on the right. And extensions, you can see there are like no extension installed, and if you want to do say C++, so now it can suggest which extensions you might need to install for this particular language. So you can install it and it will be shown at here, something like this. So let's see which extensions I have. The main extensions which I'm going to show today is VIM. So this is like, it combines VIM bindings inside Visual Studio Code so that you can edit and move around the code using the VIM bindings. And the second is CMake. So this will provide the support for CMake in Visual Studio, and with that you can run the CMake files and build your project. So let's open a folder. So I have a projects folder. So this is point cloud filters. So this is my project, and I have source, input, include, and build. And here at the bottom you can see, so if you right click you can see CMake tools. If you want, you can have source code, you can have source control as well, but I don't need it. So from here you can select which build you want, debug, release, and all the 4 types of CMake defaults, and which compiler you want, Clang or GCC, and you can select which project you want to build. A point cloud, so I have 3 and it will be shown here. And also you are able to see which build is going to be run when you press F5. So here if I press F5 it will start debugging and it will start with point cloud filters. Now let's see how to write a CMake file. So for every project there should be, for every CMake project there should be a CMakeLists.txt, and in this one at the very start you have to provide the minimum version of CMake which is required for the project, and then the project name. If the project requires some external packages, then you can look for it using find package, or you can set the directories if you know where to find those directories directly. Then you can provide the C++ standard. I'm using 14 right now. Also you need to collect all the CPP files. So here in source I have all the CPP files, and so if you provide the include folder, then you can use the angle bracket for your own header files as well. So here you can provide the include folder. It can be multiple folders separated by spaces, and at the end the executable name. So in this case I'm using the executable name as the project name, and the sources involving it will be taken from the sources which we have already set. After that, if your project have some dependencies, you can link them like this. So target link libraries, there will be a project name, then the namespace or the shared file or the shared object or DLL for the project. Also, if you want to install the generated binary, you can provide an install target, and then the destination, it will be, if I run the install, then it will be installed at bin, and the header files will be installed at local include. Now let's see what the VIM bindings will do. So since I'm using VIM bindings with VScode, I can move around the code using the default VIM bindings. So J for down, K for up, and also I'm using the relative line numbering, so I can move, for example, 9J, and it will be at here. So if I want to go at this line, then 5J, and it will be at this line. And so if I need to search some word, so filters and so here if I press N, then it will show where the word is located. And if I want to change the word in the whole file, say substitute filters with filter 123, filters with (3D) filters globally. So it has changed those words. So filters with 3D filters. And if I want to move to the header files, or to go to the header files, then go to definition, and I will be inside that particular file. So here also, if I want to go to the definition of IDE core, go to definition, and I will be inside that. If I want to go back, I can press Ctrl O to go back into the VIM history, or Ctrl I to go forward in the history. So now we can undo our changes with U and save our changes with right, or if we don't want to edit anything, then we can move through the tabs with GT, and if I want to go back a tab, G and capital T. I can also see the definition of a function, so go to definition, and here it is. And here in this, if I say that this tree is first defined, I can go to definition, and then it will say, okay, it is here, the first time it is defined here. So you got my point. It is very simple to use. This project, what I'm going to show today, it is to modify the point cloud. So this is a point cloud, and we can modify it. So in this one, you just need to provide the input point cloud and output point cloud. So here we have, so if you go to terminal, So here I have an input file, which is this one, and the size of neighboring points in the point clouds. So we will set it to 0.001. Enter. So here you can see we have reduced the points from 40,000 to 21,000, and the outputs look something like this. So I will open the output file. You can see the red one is the original file and the green is the output we have generated. So we have removed the red points, the intermediate red points. So it is sparse. Now the output is not dense as before, and previously it was dense. So these are the basics of how we can combine Visual Studio Code with CMake and VIM. So some other extensions I have, for example, the icons you see, it is because I have a theme called Material Icon theme. With that you can have icons in your sidebar. So you can experiment with this project from here. So I have it in my GitHub. It's called PCL extracted stuff, because I have extracted these filters from PCL library. I hope I have covered all the basics which are required, and if you have any questions, please comment down below and also consider subscribing. Okay, that's it for the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.